Okay, thank you so much for waiting. Good evening, Anjay Shimataji, everyone. I was just waiting for everyone to join the program, and so we all are here again together. So again, we will have beautiful meditation with the live music, and of course, the main thing is the connection by heart to heart, atma to atma. So the bit size the music, as we always do, we listen the experience of the Sahaj journeys, and how we can get rid of all the thoughts, for example, right, through this experience in our Sahaj journey. We always learn. There are so many things to learn together. It's just sometimes you may not able to answer individually, but the main thing is when we are together, we always find the answer through each other by experience. And of course, the music, as we always have it, the music always lifts up everyone and brings the joy because it opens the heart. And again, with my great pleasure to introduce you all. There is one Sahajogi who is joining from Seattle. He's a quite young Sahajogi, and his name is Nirmal Nair. And but he was born in Sahaj family, and he plays so many different instruments. And I wanted to really show this video because if you notice in that video, at the beginning of the video, there are so many instruments, like Mediterranean instruments and Indian classical instruments. Of course, the many of them are the Western, and even the African instruments are there. So did you notice the unity of all the different instruments? And as we have the same thing in Sahaja Yoga, and how it brings us together with the different, maybe different nationality, different language, but we, at the end, we all come into connection of the oneness and the divine, and there is no differences, and how everyone comes together with that instrument, with the different instruments, how everyone feels the same joy with that beautiful connection with the different music, different tone. And again, what I want to, where I want to bring it, Nirmal also plays different instruments, and that he feels to express himself maybe with the same notes, but of course with a different tone. And but at the end, again, so he feels the same thing into one. So this is my understanding, but of course we will listen from him. And another guest who is his brother. Today he got sick, and he is not able to join to our program, but we really wish him to fast recover, and we will wait for him for the next program, and so that will bring us to another connection with the music and the meditation together with the two brothers. And I would like to welcome Nirmal. Good evening, Nirmal.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Am I coming out loud and clear?
Yes, yes, beautiful. Yes, your
All
voice
right,
is so
perfect.
clear, Nirmal. How are you? Hope you had a good day.
Yes, I'm doing well. I would like to just say that my brother very much was looking forward to be here, but unfortunately, the sickness got in the way a little bit. So
Oh, yeah.
so yes, I hopefully can offer a little bit of the connection that we have as brothers and the little bit of the music that we play together. But I just want to say thank you all for honoring me to come here before you all today, because as you must know, I refer to Chennai as auntie out of respect. So if that just to alleviate any confusion. Yes, but Auntie has so graciously, invited me to be in all of your presence. And as she knows, these programs not only work out, all of us in meditating together, but it's very much an honor for me to be able to be here and host you all and share whatever very small knowledge I have about Sahaja Yoga. um, because it definitely gives me so much inspiration and so much fulfillment from being with you all. So thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you, Nirmal. It is our honor to have you in our program. And again, we really wish your brother Rishi to have the fast and the best recover. And please tell him that we would really wait for him whenever he is ready, and we will look forward to seeing him in our program. And it will be great pleasure to have you both in our program next time.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
thank you so much, Nirmal, for accepting our invitation. And so we always start first meditation, and whenever you are ready, so we would like to request from you to lead the meditation today. So whenever you are ready,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I will hand over to you now.
We're always ready for meditation, right? All right. So if you have not found a comfortable place already, please do so. We'll just take a few moments and keep our hands outstretched in our lap. Just taking a few deep breaths before this meditation, just to release any thoughts or just any tension at all in our body, in our mind. And let's just gather our attention completely, our pure attention. And now with that free attention, let's go ahead and raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan with full desire to raise this Kundalini and bring it up for our meditation today. Let's start by placing both of our hands towards the Mother Earth. And at this moment, let's place our attention on the first center, on this Muladhara chakra. This is where the connection is made between the Mother Earth and our whole entire subtle system. And now with our full intention and desire, we can pray inside to our own mother. O Mother Kundalini, please grant me permission to be in meditation. O Mother Kundalini, please prepare me and create a foundation for my meditation this evening. And now here we can take a few moments just to let all of the negativity go, all the heat in our hands. We can just slowly just let all of it flow into the Mother Earth. Let's put both of our hands back into our lap now. Let's take ourselves into a complete witness state, just watching ourselves. Just witnessing the subtle system, witnessing the vibrations or catches on our hands. Just being completely detached from it all. Let's now place our right hand on the second chakra, the Swadhisthana. Here is the seat of our attention and the source of all power of the right side. Here we can address our Mother Kundalini. O Mother, please completely nourish my Swadhisthana chakra. Bring my whole right side into balance and purify my attention. And now for those who know, we can take a mantra, a Sanskrit mantra, to Sri Brahmadeva Saraswati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahmadeva Saraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namah. Now we can also take a bandhan around this chakra. It's a clockwise rotation of the right hand. And then as we do that, we can take out any heat and just offer it to the Mother Earth. Now let's bring both hands back in the lap again. And then come back into this state where we witness we can witness our right channel and just watch how the Kundalini has been so graciously removing all of the heat and negativity. Let's bring our right hand up to our heart now, the center of the heart. And in this moment, let's bring our attention to our heartbeat. It is this rhythm within us that gives us this life. Let's bring our attention to it and then feel all of the gratefulness and all of the love for having life. We can pray inside to our Mother Kundalini. O Mother, please cleanse my heart so that I see you there. Please purify my love so that I may share it with all those around me. Please give me the fearlessness and the security of your love. Now we can bring our right hand and our attention up to the next chakra on the throat, the Vishuddhi. Now there's an Arabic prayer we can take that opens the whole Vishuddhi chakra, the left, right and center. And it is Allahu Akbar, which is God is great. Now internally, we can take this mantra, take this prayer 16 times. Here we can also pray to our Mother. Mother, please purify my collectivity and grant me the joy of being collective. Purify my communication and the love through my words. Now we can raise our hand up to our forehead, the sixth chakra, the Agnya. And here there is one prayer from the Christian religion that completely unlocks this chakra. It is called the Lord's Prayer. And for those who do not know, you can just listen to these words and let them spontaneously work within you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thine kingdom come, thine will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Now we can take our right hand and our left hand, placing them on the ego and superego. In these centers, so much accumulates, from our identity to all conditionings that come from our past or upbringing. Now there are two Sanskrit mantras that we can take, Ham and Ksham. So we can take turns beating this ego and superego a little bit with a small tap of our hands and take these mantras of Ham and Ksham. We can do this a couple times. Ham Ksham, Ham Ksham, Ham Ksham. Ksham Ham Ksham. Now here in this moment we can witness the freeness of our attention. How spontaneously it goes up to the Sahasrara. Here let's raise our Kundalini 3 times with our right hand, bringing it from the first center all the way to this top of our head. With our full attention, bringing all of it up. And with our attention at the top of our head, we can address our Mother Kundalini one more time. O Mother, please integrate me with the divine power. Please bring me into meditation and enlighten all my chakras. We can keep our right hand slightly above our head, bringing our attention to this space. And witnessing this flow, this divine play on the top. We may bring both of our hands down, keeping our attention there. And here in this joy of this moment, in this presentness, let's just sit and enjoy this meditation, completely witnessing ourselves. With our hands folded, we can thank our Mother for bringing us all together in this collective improvement, for giving us an opportunity every day to become our greater selves. We can thank her for our whole life, for all the miracles and all of the small little support that we get throughout our whole lives, and all of the comforts, all of the blessings. Truly, all of it comes from this Mother, all of this beauty in this world. Thank you, Mother, for giving us this opportunity to be part of it all. Now we can finish our meditation by raising our Kundalini again and taking Bandhan.
Eva, it was wonderful meditation. Beautiful meditation. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So blissful. It was so blissful.
Yes, I felt it too, very much.
I can tell you couldn't open your eyes. You didn't feel to open your eyes. That's so nice. I mean, this is wonderful meditation. Of course, it's my joke, but it was so beautiful. Yeah. I wonder uh, how everyone felt during the meditation. It's nice to hear from everyone. Did everyone feel the same bliss and the same silence in you, within you? Please tell us if you feel, if you felt. Okay.
Everyone's still in meditation.
I guess so. Yeah, they are still in the same silence. There's no problem.
Thank you, Yeshimatayi. Thank you, Nirmal, for the beautiful, wonderful meditation.
Oh, absolutely. The pleasure is mine.
Teshum,
Thank you very much, Jai Mataji.
sorry, please go ahead.
Jai Shri Mataji, the Vishuddhi Chakra mantra was very powerful. I really, really felt the difference. Yeah, I've never meditated with this mantra before, so thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. In Sahaja Yoga, we mostly actually take that mantra under the open sky, as the sky is one of the qualities of the Vishuddhi Chakra, this air element. So it's also a very powerful mantra to take when you're just under the open sky and you have an opportunity to just be able to say it with your Vishuddhi Chakra as well. It's very powerful.
Oh, I see. No, usually it's either Shri Krishna or Shri Radha. I mean, I've never said this, but I could feel the difference, especially saying it 16 times. Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing that you could feel that. It's wonderful. Yeah, Shimataji, she gave us a lot of different mantras, or different prayers from many different cultures, and very much highlighted certain ones that are very powerful for specific chakras. So sometimes not only the Sanskrit is there, which some of you might be knowing, but yeah, there's also so much more that can produce the same effect, and create so many vibrations and clear out the chakras. So yeah, happy that I got to share a little bit of that with you today, and that you could feel it so well. It's amazing.
Yeah, so nice. Thank you all for that. You all felt in different way, but in the same way, you all felt the same connection. But it's beautiful that Nirmal also, with your permission, I would like to give another addition for the as you said, Srimataji said, or Srimataji told all of us, I mean, every each of those scriptures or every essence of the religions are actually within us. And the Sahaja is, of course, is the beauty of this, to get to this connection. But after the self-realization, after the by awakening of the Kundalini, we all are start to feel that essence of all the scriptures, essence of all the religions within and every each chakra. Today, so we had the Allahu Akbar, we had also, we say the Lord's Prayer, and also we say the mantras, and you see every each of the scriptures within us. But when we say from the heart, with the awakening of the Kundalini, it really helps us. The Mother Kundalini is actually able to connect for each of us. So it's the beauty of this connection, and we feel it as a vibration, we feel it is opening maybe, and a sensation in our chakras and all in our hands. So thank you, actually, Nirmal. Today, first time we said Allahu Akbar in this program, and it's actually good experience for all of us to have this connection in different way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, it kind of spontaneously came together, but yeah, this kind of incorporation of all these different cultures and their spirituality and how it is reflected in the subtle system. This is something that I felt was so apparent with music, because as you might be knowing, I do play a variety of different instruments from different parts of the world, and in Sahaja Yoga, there's of course a very strong foundation of a lot of Indian culture, but also so much more than that. It's a very global happening, and there's yogis all over the world, and you get to hear so much music from many different cultures, and not only do you hear it, but you feel the vibrations of it. And this is what a little bit of what led me into picking up instruments from different places is just this grand feeling, this depth from all of these different cultural expressions, if you could say so. Yeah, because all of it has, with the right attention and the right depth, can touch a place so deep, and can really just become a vessel for so much goodness and so much spirituality, and you feel it in Sahaja Yoga. That's just the amazing thing. You can take this power of vibrational awareness to literally everything in your life, and really get so much nourishment out of so much in life. So.
Yeah, it's so beautiful explanation actually as a being artist, Nirmal. Because I mean, of course, our expression who are not into music, but we as a artist, which we have within us is the spirit. But if you are able to express with a different instrument, or of course there are other artists who are painter or who are who draws, and so they are expressing themselves by heart. And you are, as you said, you play so many different instruments like bansuri, and you play a Persian instrument, setar. Is like not sitar but setar, right? So, and what else you play? You play a Persian other instrument, oud, right?
Yes.
And also deaf. And is for me like as I am not a musician, but I can tell that as an artist, you are, of course, you all the many artists who are into music, let's say, when they play many different instruments, they play, of course, same notes, but in different tone, and is expressing themselves and uniting everyone. Right? You tell us how you end
Yeah.
up playing so many instruments, Nirmal.
Oh,
And
I mean, just to talk a little bit about just the notes and how the expression is different. I mean, very much. So most of the music that I've been exposed to is improvisational. So it all is created spontaneously in a moment. Very much like how we connect ourselves with the divine, and just uh, so much joy flows through us. The same thing happens in this kind of improvisational art forms, but it's so much like a language. This is, I mean, something that kind of is like a little bit of background about me. A little bit is that I actually haven't learned music from a person directly. Most of it has been cultivating the meditation, and basically just meditating on the first and second chakras, because the second chakra is where you get creativity and all of the internal knowledge, and then this second one, or the third one, is about the guru principle, and this is where we get our self-discipline and this knowledge of what we should be doing, and what is auspicious for us, and so it was very much a desire at some point that that Shrimataji or the Kundalini gave me, and so I just meditated on these chakras and kind of learnt music that way. But all of this music I picked up as a child would learn from just hearing the language around them. You know, they just spontaneously pick it up. It's and in the same way, you know, this music is just like a language. It's you know, you're just listening for phrases, and you know, the sounds that we make in our languages aren't so different. You know, that there might be a few different sounds in the language, in some of the languages, but overall the voice can only move, you know, so much. So so yeah, in a similar way, all of the notes are you know, quite the same in a lot of different cultures, but what remains the same is the essence, the intention and the heart. The words still carry meaning across all cultures, and yeah, and you see that in the prayers that we take. You know, they might be in different languages, but you know, when the desire and the intention and the heart is there behind it, then that's the power that carries forward so much vibration and joy. So yes, this is kind of a little bit about how all the music is essentially the same in its vibration, in its heart, but you know, the surface level might be a little tiny bit different in each one of them, but it's all the same source.
So nice. Yeah, beautiful explanation, Nirmal. So let's choose one of the instruments. Which one would you like to start, and that we can enjoy?
Yeah, I would. I'd very much like to play this Persian instrument called a setar. It's known to be played mostly for by the Sufis, which were they were kind of the spiritual gurus of Islam, and they have, you know, many poets that came out of their spirituality that you might be knowing, Rumi and Hafiz, and so all of this music and all of this poetry was recited with this instrument in mind. And while I might not be able to sing the poetry or relay the poetry, I hope I may relay this spiritual poetry through the notes that I play. So I'll just play a short little bit for you.
wonderful. Very nice, Nirmal. I meditated. It was like, as you said, this was from Rumi, right? This was
Uh,
from Rumi.
yes, it was, well, uh, actually, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, this was, I took a melody from one poem,
Yes.
and I was just doing some improvisation with it, but yeah.
Very nice. Because you know why I said when I was meditating into this music, I wanted to confirm with you. It was so strong that my kundalini was dancing with all the rhythm, and so I just related, maybe it was from Rumi or Kabir, as you were telling at the beginning. So that's why I think I wish we knew the poem, what was the meaning of that, but the notes are telling us how so deep it is when we meditate with it. Right.
Absolutely, yes.
So wonderful, so nice. And I don't want to miss the other messages that it came to you. I'm sorry, at the beginning I should check it. There are some other yogis give some message to you. And let's see, Sarita says, thank you for the wonderful and very soothing meditation. Uh, Narine, Narine says, thank you. And Manusri, thank you for the meditation. I absolutely love the affirmations and the chakras. At the chakras, I'm sorry. Absolutely love the affirmations at the chakras. Sabine and Maitili, it was so beautiful, peaceful meditation, very powerful. Thank you so much. Love the radiation by both of you took us in deep meditation. This is for you and for your brother Rishi. Yeah. Yeah, it was a really beautiful composition. Yeah, I just, at the very beginning of the meeting, before this meeting started, if you remember, Nirmal, I was in my meditation and I wanted to find the music in the YouTube, and all of a sudden, as I told you, and you and your brother Rishi pop up in in the YouTube, and then I was just, oh, who are they? This young yogis, and I told you both you are twins. And if you remember, I told you, and so I really enjoyed with that music in my meditation at that time. And then I thought, oh, maybe if I can reach this young yogis, and that we can call them into program. And then but I don't know how, because there is no any name. And then I just want to share again my son, and he noticed because he saw your picture, one of the big gathering in my daughter's, and of course with many yogis. Actually, they are Yuva Shakti, who are the young yogis. They had a big gathering for 2 days, and then my daughter showed that picture earlier, and you were there in that picture. And then my son said, "Oh, he's Nirmal, Uncle Nirmal." He told me. I said, "How do you know?" I saw his picture, and because he saw that I was showing to my son, and then see how this young yogis, they are able to play so beautifully, and then he noticed, oh, he related, and then I said, oh, okay, then I know that how to reach him. It was such a beautiful connection that my son put attention, and that you are in that program, and so that I could able to reach to that one of the yogi who was in that program. It was so easy for me to reach you. So anyway, it was such a sweet connection. So Nirmal, I know that you are a Sahaja since your childhood, because you were born in Sahaj family, and
Hmm.
so of course, over the years, when after the when you start to get your conscious mind, and when you really start to meditate, because in childhood, because we are not really seeking for the being in the state of the thoughtless, or want to have the absolute joy, or satisfaction or get rid of the reaction from our mind. But we never, children, they never have that. But after a certain age, and of course, because of many things, conditions, and all the expectations, it develops within us. But when you really start to really feel the meditation, and how did you apply the Sahaja in your that very early age in your life?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Uh, yeah, so I mean, I've been so thankful to have Sahaja Yoga throughout my whole life. I definitely had a moment, which I'll get to in a bit, where I was inclined to completely just dedicate myself to meditation, but yeah, throughout growing up and just having meditation always on the side, like no matter what I would do with my attention, or just like any small maya that I would have in my life or in my head, I would always have something to fall back to, to just test out, or to just kind of become a foundation for, in a sense. But yeah, there's definitely a point in time where you have to decide whether this is something that is completely beneficial to you and that you'll carry out through your whole life, or if this is something that you'll just kind of keep on the side, or move on from, or so. And for me, that I had many opportunities when I was quite young to go on these Sahaj tours, which for those of you who don't know, when all the pandemics weren't around and people were more free to actually have in-person programs, we would do a lot of Sahaj tours where a couple of yogis will volunteer their time and basically that portion of their life for like maybe 2 weeks to a month, and they'll go out to a country and do Sahaj programs and give realization and teach people how to meditate. And from a very young age, like maybe from around the age of 13, I had my first tour, and just this mix of being with people from all different age groups. All these tours and Sahaja Yoga in general is not something that is where people are restricted based on their age. People from all different ages, backgrounds, and everything all mingled together. And especially in these tours, because you're with like maybe 20 or a little bit more people, you really get to share with them and know them very well. And throughout the first 2 Sahaj tours that I went on, I had an opportunity to be with so many older, aunties, uncles, brothers, and sisters that were all at different levels of their spiritual seeking and their and just their state and level in Sahaja Yoga, and just listening to all the stories and about how tangible these people make meditation in their lives, how they incorporate it into everything that they do, and how it grounds them. Hearing all the stories and about all of these experiences that these yogis were having was completely inspiring me to really decide at one point that I want to have an experience in my meditation. I really need to get something out of this that will solidify me. And many people get that in different ways. Like some people will have this realization and then be satisfied with it, but for me, I was really desiring to know the Kundalini and to know Mother in the very end, just to understand completely within myself this being, or this great divine power that is greater than me, and to experience just a glimpse of that. And so this is what the desire that came into me from being with all of these Sahaja Yogis, and so I spent a whole entire month just coming into my meditation and really, asking, because I never really, I realized at that point in my life that I never asked the Kundalini anything before, or addressed my mother to give me something, to give me an experience of just the grandness of meditation and of this divine power. And it took a couple weeks of just coming into meditation with this, where there was just one moment in meditation where it's very hard to describe even now, but essentially I felt completely that the Kundalini surrounded my heart and took my soul and brought me in that whole entire grandness. And it was just that complete union with just this divine power that's very hard to talk about it with the senses or anything. And I remember just being in that state and not wanting anything else, just wanting to stay in meditation. And even recalling this now, it brings me a glimpse of that to memory, and makes me want to go into meditation. But essentially, at this moment, I realized that Sahaja Yoga and meditation itself is much more grand than anything that my mind can comprehend, and that I needed to cultivate that, because that energy, which is completely beyond us, is what transforms us into something that's greater. It's something that's more loving and more pure. And so
like your name.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, so you start to enjoy with the meditation as your name, how so very pure and with your desire. Sorry to interrupt, but
No. I mean, that's the story, really. After that, I mean, part of that was just music that came into my life. I mean, a mother kind of put music in my life at the same time that this experience was happening, and that just gave me much more of an inclination that I had this music now that I could express the meditation and the vibrations that I get with, and so I had this tool for self-cultivation, and then also this wonderful tool of sharing it with other people. And and so put the both of those together, and it makes a very fulfilling life. So you can't really say no to it.
yes, it's completely effortless, right?
Yeah.
Once we have the desire within us to reach to this oneness, or to become one with the God Almighty who created us, so you just enjoy. And like Nirmal has always beautiful smile on his face. That is like joy. It's joy in your heart. I really see, we really feel it, Nirmal. Like your name is so pure, and because I think you the state of the oneness, or to reaching the to divine with your spirit, with your pure desire, is the main thing. But of course, how we reach that? Of course, desire is the most important thing, but also to have the state, or to in all daily life, and of course, meditation is another thing. And so one thing, there is a beautiful thing that Shumataji explains, and meditation is actually exposing yourself to God's grace. And so isn't it so beautiful? Meditation is exposing yourself to God's grace. And once we really once we really have this desire, and we become, we reach into total awareness, And then after that, we really reach into this grace of the God, and that is the oneness, that is the joy, that is the smile on our face, that is the purity in within us, that is the actually state of the being thoughtless awareness, having a thoughtless awareness, also thoughtless awareness, and I think that is the just the connection with the Spirit and with the God Almighty. And of course, once we have, as you said, Nirmal, and you want to express yourself to everyone, to go to places or outside of the country or outside of the state to give self-realization, who are really seeking for the same truth, and with the music, right? And of
Yeah.
course, giving self-realization, awakening to the Kundalini, who really looking forward to have the same state as all the yogis have. And it's
Hmm.
so wonderful. Shall we have some more music from you? And please you choose what
Yeah, yeah.
instrument would you like to play and that we can enjoy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can play a little bit of the first instrument that, put me on my musical journey, which is the bansuri. um, I just have like one small little story about this instrument that I've shared with Auntie before. But this the bansuri came into my life as a gift from another auntie, actually. And at the time, I wasn't very musically inclined at all. Like I didn't have any instrument that I practiced, or like I didn't really know so much about music at all. And just out of complete spontaneity, uh, she uh, she gave me a flute just as I was about to leave, and said, you have to play this for the programs. This was given to me by another yogi, and um, this yogi said that it's very important that people or Saj yogis from North America play the flute, because as some of you might know, the Americas are the land of the Vishuddhi Chakra, which directly correlates with the Bansuri. And so I just took that, and I said, okay, there must be something here. I'll try a little bit to just make some notes, or just make some music. And so one of the first things that you have to learn with this kind of instrument is just how to make a sound initially. Like, forget about all of the holes here. You just want to do this. You just want to make that. There's a very particular angle that you have to blow into the flute with to make that sound. And so I was struggling, trying to make this sound all morning, and then finally I got to a point where I could continuously just pick up the flute and play that. And I was just sitting outside, just enjoying just making that sound out of this instrument. And then I realized, after putting the flute down and coming inside, that both of the fingers that are the Vishuddhi chakra on my hands were just blasting coolness. It was like, both these fingers were put in a fridge, only these two. And I took them out, and they were like just cool with vibrations. And I realized from that moment that, this is something that I'm supposed to play. I just connected with it so much. And so that's a little experience that I have of.
Beautiful, beautiful, Nirmal. So how old were you that time when you received the Bansuri?
Okay, I might have been 15 around. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. And
Yeah.
it's amazing that once you start to give a right sound in this Bansuri with this flute, and you say that your Vishuddha fingers are start to get cool breeze, and like, as
Yeah.
you said, like ice. That is amazing. So, and another, how do you explain why do you think so? What happened that time?
Oh, well, I think it was just at that moment in time, I feel like it was just my Kundalini telling me that this was the right direction. That's I needed to connect with this flute and be able to play it, that was, it was just such a blessing to have that confirmation.
It is.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, because otherwise, yeah, I don't know if I would have kept up this flute. I had no experience with it before, so
Wow, so nice. And thank you so much to that auntie, right, who gave to it, right?
yes, absolutely, yes. Oh,
Yes.
I wanted to mention one more thing about the pansari that you might find kind of interesting. Um, you'll notice that there are 6 holes that we put our fingers on, and then one that we blow through. So in total 7, like the 7 chakras, and no sound is created or no beauty is created without the breath of the player on the 7th chakra. So in the same way, we can look at this as our subtle system and reflect it on ourselves to say that if this divine power is not blowing through our instrument, which is the flute, or ourselves, then no music is happening, no beauty is being created, and so we can take that into our meditation and in our life, and it inspires me to keep meditating every day.
So nice connection. Yes, if we are able to connect, and we can give the right state within us, or we can get the right connection in our subtle system. So which means the connection with the divine, right? Like as flute, you are saying.
Yes.
So that's the, and then of course, if we cannot connect with the all-pervading divine power, and if we, as you said, if you don't put in the right place to your when you play in the right what we call the hold, right? Is the hold?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And all the notes will come in the right pot. And the same thing is with us, right? So when we get the connection with the all-pervading divine power, whatever needs to be corrected within us, and each chakra also gets in the same tune and the same state or same level, and whatever needs to be not be there in our chakras, and they just clear out by the all-pervading divine power who created us. So wonderful. It's such a beautiful connection. And how about we can have this beautiful instrument.
Yes. Yes.
And also, I would like to say to everyone, remind, and it's a beautiful, of course, each instrument has their own connection with the divine. And let's have this experience. And by opening our hand, and that we can feel the experience of the vibrations, and in the same time, we can put our attention on the Sahasrara by listening. Thank you. Thank you, Nirmal. Again, you put us into beautiful meditation, Nirmal. That's so nice. I mean, it's so blissful and so total. Thought me. I mean, I reach such a into thoughtless awareness so easily. I actually always with the flute, with the bansuri, especially of course Indian flute, I always get so easily to into meditation. Um,
Yes, me too.
so, I mean, it is related because of the Vishuddha chakra. I always find this answer. Maybe you will tell us.
Oh, yeah. Yes. No, the flute itself. I mean, the breath itself is like the blowing vibrations, and the way that the flute can hold all the notes and really bring your attention on each of the notes is something that is that I feel is very much like putting your attention on different chakras and really, bringing it all together is like blowing vibrations into each of these chakras, very very precisely, and with all the sweetness and all of the soothingness. So so yes, yeah. That's how I feel. But it's also very special that that this flute can also very much express so much of the great qualities of America. Just like for me personally, there's ways of playing this that are very light and playful and joyful, and from that I feel it's very much a quality that you get from just the joy of collectivity, the playfulness that you get from being able to play with everyone, enjoy everyone. So
Yes, yes,
but then also there's this there's this depth that's there. When you look at America and the grandness of the mountains and the grandness of the forests and plains, there's also this awe that comes. It's this it's something that's just so much beyond you that you just go thoughtless. And so the flute is capable of expressing both these things. I oftentimes express it in a more serious manner, but it's capable of doing both.
yes, yes, it is. I can't imagine as we are listener how we feel into thoughtless awareness. I mean, when we listen to Bansuri, and I can't imagine as you are or other artists who plays the Bansuri. I can't imagine their state, how they are into that into thoughtless awareness. Basically, like once the Vishuddhi opens, of course, once you play with this instrument of the Shri Krishna, and you really reach, and all the players, the Bansuri players, you make us to reach into Virat, and we touch into this Brahmarandra. Is I think that is the when we reach in that state, and that's why we feel so much vibrations on our Sahasrara, and it goes into so deep into silence, and enjoy with that sound. I think, yeah, that is easy to go into meditation with the Bansuri as a listener, as a player, but as a player, I don't know what is your state must be more higher.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I can speak for all Basari players, but yes, just go into meditation whenever I play. I don't I don't think about it too much. It just spontaneously happens, especially when I get to play for these programs and you know, for Saj yogis, there's just a completely different level to it all than practicing by yourself. So, you know, thank you all for for being here and you know, meditating with me.
Thank you, Nirmal. You gave it time to us, and right now I know it is in here in 11 o'clock. Of course, you are in the same. We are also same in the same zone, but it's quite. Um, got, we all got. You know, we are here too late maybe, but we really enjoyed so much, Nirmal. And I just noticed, Nirmal, there are other Sajugis who wrote to you in YouTube. I just noticed.
Oh,
And one of the Sahajugi from Italy, and he's also a musician, Pimbar Anslo.
oh,
And you know
nice.
him, right? Yeah, and also Yogi Finbar also joined to our program long time ago, and we really enjoyed with him, with his music, and listening his experience. And I would like to um, read all those messages for you. Finbar is saying good morning with love from Italy, and there is another Saj from India. His name is Indra Roy. Good morning, Jesh Mataji from India. Very touching event. This is for you, Nirmal. Yeah. So there is one more message in the chat box, and I would like to read. This is the last one. Shailaja. Thank you, Nirmal, for today's beautiful meditation session. I could feel my sasrara throughout. Speechless to see your self-learned talent. Stay blessed, Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri
Oh,
Mataji.
so these are for you, Nirmal. And again, I just want to say thank you for coming to this program and with all those beautiful tips that you gave it to us in this program. Besides to your music, we really enjoyed with everything, listening to your music and listening to your experience, and it really helps for each of us. And it brings up into collective level way of growth into spirituality. So that is a big thing. And of course, music always opens our heart. And today, we all had the same joy of the collectivity and the deep meditation through you. Thank you very much.
And I as well. Thank you so much for having me. I have no words the for the attention and love that you all have, but I bow before all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So again, Nirmal, we wish the best for your brother Rishi and give our love and regards to him. Whenever he feels,
Yes, I will. I'll bring him next time for sure.
yes, but whenever he is ready with everything.
Yes.
That's so nice. Okay, Nirmal. It's hard to say goodbye, but yeah, I know some of us already left because of the time, and I hope you didn't mind because, as you know, there's work tomorrow. But right now, we would like to say goodbye to you.
All
And
right.
please take care and lots of love to you and your family.
Thank you so much. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Good night.
Okay. Good night, everyone, and wherever you all are, I know some of you in Europe and India, and have a wonderful day to you all. And thank you so much for joining the program. And it really gives joy, lots of joy, with your presence. And we will see you next week with another Sahaja guest in this program. And please take care and lots of love to you all. Jai Shri Mataji. Bye, everyone.